Hello, I'm Paul,
And I'm Jackie.
and this is our first in a series of videos about our trip that we did around the world. It is Madeira,
Yes.
Portugal.
Yes, it was a very beautiful area, and the food, oh my gosh, the food was phenomenal. You could get fish everywhere, fresh fish.
Fresh fish. If you like
Yeah.
fresh fish, it's
and
good.
Squid and limpets, and which is all seafood. The seafood is great.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really nice. The mountains
And beautiful
the
waterfalls.
waterfalls and the places we stayed at. So we told our friends we're going to be taking off for anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months, and we ended up doing a big trip. And this is the first stop in our trip, the Island of Madeira off the coast of Portugal.
Yeah.
Enjoy the video.
Yeah.
All right, this is the Pestana Promenade in Funchal, Portugal, where we started.
It was very nice. The breakfast was really large. It was very yummy.
The weather was perfect the whole time. I think it pretty much always is in Madeira. But we had to leave this hotel because they kept turning the air conditioner off for ecological purposes, and we went to this hotel, the Quinta de Ferral.
Yes, it was on a vineyard. Beautiful.
It was in the north, so they didn't need air conditioning, and it was cooler. We kept the door open. It was amazing.
Yeah.
This is some of the views we had. We loved it. Great restaurant. So after not sleeping for a couple nights in the first part of our vacation, we decided to take the easiest hike possible. And this is it right here, a nice flat hike where there was no hills or anything like that. Absolutely nothing challenging. Just wanted to get out in nature for a bit. All right, we got to hit some of the local restaurants and eat some limpets and some shrimp and some scabbard and wonderful fish. So, all right, so we were just there for a couple nights, and this is a little map of the area. We got Ponta Delgada, Seixal Beach, and Porto Muniz. This is our Airbnb in Ponta Delgada. It's a 2-bedroom. We just used one, and that was the living room and the kitchen and the view from the kitchen. We don't have the video of the whole thing, but we liked it all.
The weather was really nice. It was about 70 degrees Fahrenheit every day.
Yeah, you can't beat that. It didn't rain a single time. In fact, our entire vacation, it didn't rain at all. There's a church across the street. I got to play with the drone a bit. This is an outside grocery store. The waterfall, so nice. So we took off to Seixal Beach, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a black sand beach, and we hopped in the water briefly.
It was freezing.
It was freezing, but the sun warms you up. She doesn't agree with that, but to me, the sun warmed me up just fine. But I didn't stay in very long either, so I'm not bragging about how brave I was either. But it was an experience, to say the least. Then we went to Porto Muniz. This is where they build these walls and they make your own swimming pools. Like it's all seawater. That was fascinating to me. Crystal clear water. I spent a little bit of time in there. And then there was a nice restaurant we got to go to right in the area also, which was enjoyable. More scabbard. If you get fish there, you just get scabbard. That's what it is. It's this nice fresh fish. It's like a deep sea fish, like a long kind of fish, and it's not real fishy. And then onto the waterfalls. Everywhere you go, pretty much, when you're driving down the road, there's a waterfall that you get to look at. I got more fun with my drone. This is exactly on the side of the road. There's just nature everywhere there. They call it the Island of Flowers. There's not really that many flowers there. We talked about that a lot. Yeah, here we go. Waterfall right on the road. That was interesting. Went over it a few times. Got a free car. Here's some more fun drone work that I did. We have a lot of these outcrops, these rocks that just split right out in the middle. And then here we go.
This is Fanal Forest.
Oh, I remember the name good. It's the smoky forest, the spooky forest, the Fanal forest. It's colder than you think, so bring a jacket and a raincoat or something because it rains a lot. I wore shorts and I was cold a lot, but that's that. Pretty amazing place, like a film set. Very eerie. We enjoyed that day. It's just a little bit higher elevation, probably just a couple thousand feet. So it's just where the clouds really come in and stay there a lot. A lot of cows around. We didn't see too many of them, but they were. Really wild nature there. I got a chance to fly my drone a bit. I was pretty nervous and scary the whole time. You can't see it. The next thing you know, you take off and it's gone. And you have to somehow just know that it's going to work out. And it pretty much did. See, it started raining right when I took it out. And I got this girl doing this thing here with her hair. I thought that was great. That was definitely a good day trip. We spent 3-4 hours there. Worth the trip. Then we drive down to Funchal. That's about an hour drive through a bunch of tunnels, and more tunnels, and more tunnels.
There are dogs that sit outside the butcher's store and they feed them so much meat that the meat just sits in front of them because they're so full.
Yeah, we thought that was funny. Then we went to the gardens, the botanical gardens. We had to take 2 cable cars, 2 aerial sky trams to get there. There is a way you could just take a bus or a cab there, I believe, but we took the 2 tramways. It was nice. It was really, really nice to take the cable cars out. These are some of the pictures that we experienced, some of the things we saw at the gardens. It was nice. It's a lot of hills, so be prepared for that. It's built on a hill. Then downtown Funchal for the nightly festivities. We were there in December, and they had just put all the Christmas decorations up. Really nice. Pretty much every alleyway or every streetway you look down, there will be lights, and different lights, like shown here. And the cobblestones were really impressive, so we like that. There we go. That was a good night out, remember? It was Friday night. There were some festivities going on. A lot of people drinking mead.
Or mulled wine.
Yeah. Honey wine. And beer. We spent several hours out there. Got this really good desserts and stuff they had there. This church right down. Some nice food that we were able to. So Madeira was very enjoyable. Funchal was fun. If you look at the eastern outcrop here to the right, that is pretty much our final day in Madeira, where we experience the hike of the universe, or about half of it.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was way too much work.
It was like a pretty serious hike. Again, the weather was perfect.
It was actually a bit hot. Probably because we were working so hard to go up the steps.
Yeah. So if you can see, if you look closely, you can see some of the hiking trails there. That's one of the nicest hikes I've ever done. This gives a good view of what I showed you on the map there, of what that looks like, all the way to the end. It was a good way to end the vacation of Madeira and experience all this, all the nature that it had to offer, all the hikes, the easy hikes, the tough hikes, the smoky hikes, all of it. Very, very enjoyable. We spent about 2 weeks in Madeira, and we did have a car the entire time, so we could visit the north part of the island, which is mostly nature, and in the south part, which is Funchal, and some other areas, which is mostly city. So you get to experience both worlds. We like the nature a lot more. We spent the majority of time in the nature. I'd say like 80% of the time in nature. And that is our video on Madeira. We'll see you for our next part of our trip.
Cheers.